Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to kind of start a series for the Newcrest neighborhood. I want to create kind of 5 houses for those 5 lots in Newcrest. I want them to all look like cohesive or similar but not exactly the same. I want them to have the same sort of feel so they look like they could actually go in a neighborhood together, but I also want them to be unique. So this will be house 1, and then we'll continue with the other 4 lots after this build. So I actually had originally done a sketch of this house in my sketchbook. I kind of figured out where I wanted everything to go, and I sketched out the layout, the front of the house. It was kind of frustrating though when I went to build the house because it wasn't looking like my sketch and the windows weren't going where I wanted them to. It's always a lot easier to draw, obviously, than build it. It's a lot different when you kind of go from 2D to 3D. It was really nice to already have the layout done. I feel like when I build houses, I take forever to figure out where I want bedrooms and bathrooms to go. So kind of having a blueprint of where I wanted everything was super nice. So you can tell I had a big living room and family room for this house. Moving on to the roofs and kind of the front of the house, figuring out where I wanted windows to go. I did use content from some of the expansion packs. I think I used a lot from Get Together, I think. I just like a lot of the furniture and exterior items from that expansion pack. So of course adding kind of a second floor window so that that roof wasn't just so plain. I'm thinking I might want to keep kind of the brick throughout the builds. Maybe the colors will change a little bit, but I've been liking the brick look recently. I feel like I don't use it a lot, so I'm going to try to keep it throughout these 5 houses that I do builds for. I actually went out for drinks last night with my 2 cousins and my brother. They we're all within 3 years of each other, so we're super close in age, and we were actually talking about when we were younger, we used to play The Sims 1 together. We would all sit around our old computer and play The Sims, and we would just mess with them, and we talked about setting off fireworks. You would build a little room and put the firework in there. If we didn't like a sim, we would just, it was so sad, we would just kill them. We had a little graveyard going, and we would, put them in the pool and remove the ladder. But it was just really funny to that was so long ago, just talking about it. And we talked about, I don't know if anyone else played Spyro or Crash Bandicoot. Those were some of our favorite games. So I totally think we're gonna have a cousin game night, and we're gonna bring out Sims and the PlayStation 1 and just play some of those old games, because I think some of those old games, they're so simple, but I think that also makes them fun. But anyway, super off topic. I went with a hardwood just throughout the house. It's pretty classic and simple. Also did just a tan wall. I think in my other builds I might play around with some different colors, but for this build I wanted it to be more neutral. Of course, adding furniture from Get Together. I really like that furniture. I feel like I would want it in my house if I had a house. Just adding little decorations here and there. Also, if anyone has any decorating tips or any YouTubers that are really great at decorating, you should totally comment and just let me know, because I feel like that is always where I struggle. I use similar objects. I don't know what objects to use. I feel like it takes me forever to decorate, and then it doesn't even look that good. I feel like it's really plain. I feel like I don't know everything that I can add and everything that I can do with all of the decorations. I feel like I also need to get my custom content. I just need to disable that when I do these builds, because I'm trying to shift through all of that stuff and sometimes it's hard to see what's like actually there and then what I can't use because it is custom content. I did kind of like that mustardy yellow color with the darker blue chairs. I thought it was, I don't know, something different that I don't normally do. I really like how this kitchen, like I wish I had this kitchen. It turned out being pretty nice with like a large island. And of course the dark and light cabinets. I would love that. I feel like I pin stuff on Pinterest like that all the time. I think I ended up adding 2 sinks because I feel like a couple of houses, like when I was younger that I used to babysit or nanny for, they had 2 sinks and I always thought that was super cool. So I kind of decided to incorporate that into this house. I don't really know why people have 2 sinks. I don't know. Is one for like washing dishes and then one's for, I don't know. Curious. I really wanted that pot to go somewhere. I think I ended up putting it kind of by those 2 entryways. Is anyone else like in shock that Christmas is less than a week away? That's just crazy to me. I'm pretty excited though because my parents and my brother are gonna come over, and I was like, I don't want to do anything like traditional because we're gonna do that on like Christmas Day at my grandma's house. So pretty sure we're totally gonna do like make your own quesadilla because I have a George Foreman quesadilla maker, and then I'm just gonna get chicken and tortillas and cheese and pico, salsa, queso, and then everyone can make their own quesadilla. I thought that would be different, but people might be like, oh my gosh, what, you're having quesadillas on Christmas Eve? And I'd be like, yes, quesadillas are delicious any time of the year, even on Christmas Eve. So back to this build here. I was thinking about adding a light on that left side of the family room, but I was kind of like, nothing looks good, and I think it's okay if it's a little bit more dim in there just because, like, in reality, you would be watching TV or just lounging there, and you don't need it to be, you know, super bright. Like, you would want your kitchen to be super bright, but not necessarily your family room. And then I'm going to move on to the dining room here. I think I changed the wall color in here like 4 times. It's not a huge room, so when I tried to add a wall, I think it was just too much for that tiny room and it was too much brown going on. So I ended up going with something a little different. Kind of sticking to the neutral colors. I wanted that plant, but it was touching the light, so that looked super ridiculous. Just went with something smaller. I finally found those little dishes like in the cabinets. I don't know why, I can never find those. But I got those in there. Finally I put that big plant in there that I really wanted. So yeah, as you can see, it just is super busy, especially with all those dishes on the cabinet. I was like, oh, that just is gonna bother me. So I changed it a little bit so that it didn't have like the wainscoting. Is that what that is? Moving on to the master bedroom, I was like, oh, I have enough room for a fireplace. I'm totally gonna do a fireplace. And then those nice chairs. I wanted this room to be more modern and sleek, I guess, compared to like the dining room right next to it. Just something a little bit different. And I think I ended up doing like a pinkish, purplish wall color just because I had a lot of neutral grays and browns for the furniture. So I thought I needed something different for the walls so it didn't feel like all one color. I messed with whatever I was going to put over the fireplace for a while, and I think I ended up just doing a TV anyway. I couldn't figure out what was going to look good above there. I added a little grandfather clock to the entryway there. I think my grandma still has her grandfather clock. Those things are beautiful. Super nice. Added some light in there. Had a little table with a plant. Oh yeah, I used that big flower again. Just adding some more little objects to the dresser there. So this bathroom, I was like, oh my gosh, if this was actually in the front of the house, like someone could just peek in and see you like taking a shower. So I did add some curtains. I know it looks kind of weird, but that was the only solution that I came up with. I wanted to do some curtains on the window in the study, but I hate when it runs into the desk. I guess I could have moved, in hindsight, I could have moved the desk back a little bit and then it wouldn't have that problem, but that's okay. It's nice and bright in there now. Adding a green color, just change it up a little bit. This is the kind of community not community bathroom, but like a guest bathroom, I guess. So adding some countertops in there. I think I went with a blue, like a navy blue. Moving on to the baby's room. I love using green. I feel like it's fairly neutral. Like it could be a little girl's room, it could be a little boy's room. I feel like pink, obviously, you associate with girls and blue with the boys, so I decided to go with something kind of in the middle here. That green did not go with those walls, so I was like, oh no, I'm not using that tree. That looks terrible. I don't know if I ended up putting, oh yeah, I used those little things. I feel like I don't have enough things for walls for kids' rooms. At least like, you know, something that's not dinosaur. I think I kind of do a dinosaur theme in this room. It was like a green and blue. So I get dinosaur pictures, get the little toy dinosaur in there, and then I think I end up doing a green wall. Not that bright, yeah. Like a lighter green wall. And then just another light. So I think that's about it for the inside. I moved out to the outside of the house, did some landscaping, nothing like super crazy, just a couple plants. I thought about doing a gate, but there wasn't anything that I really liked, so I decided to keep that open instead. And then just adding some flowers so that it's not so plain. I really wanted a rose bush over there, but it was just not fitting. Need to do, the rest of the house. Kind of go back to that after I'm done building the outside to make sure all the roofs look good and the exterior. I didn't do a whole lot in the backyard. I feel like it was a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, which is okay. Like I still got a little patio and some trees back there. I do have to apologize for some reason the video stopped recording, but that's okay. I went back and kind of showed you what the layout ended up looking like and kind of what the front and back of the house looks like with all of the landscaping and stuff. So here is an overall look at the Monarch house. As always, this house is available on the Sims 4 gallery under the name smubuhcakes. If you're not sure how to spell that, I'll put it at the end of the video and also in the description down below. I hope that you guys liked this kind of part 1 of 5-part series for the Newcrest Neighborhood Build. Let me know if you have any comments or suggestions, and as always, thanks for watching, guys.